So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means...
Son Heung-min! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Pinches it off him. Batistuta. Oh, that's well spotted. Now it's Raul. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rijkaard. Aimed beyond the defence. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Palmeiras clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Lovely pass, but can he get there? De la Cruz. Well timed, excellent interception. Plays a sharp little ball here. Can he get on the end of this? Cruyff absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward.
And Cruyff! And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Raul. Howson calmly anticipates. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now it's Cruyff. Howson. And this is Cruyff. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Ribéry. Ribéry takes control of it and he's on the move. Son Heung-min showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Ribéry. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Face to face with the keeper. Goes for a shot! They've scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Palmeiras are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, what a mistake! And a chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Messi's cross. Ribery, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Now it's Batistuta. And the pass is intercepted. Pelé. And this is Cruyff.
Cruyff really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Son Heung-min. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rijkaard. Knocks it into space.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And this is Raul. And the flag has stayed down. He's shifting through the gears here. Maicon. And they can counter here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. 5 minutes till the break. That's been cut out, well played. Raul. And this is Cruyff. And this is Messi. He's found a way through. Crosses it in here. It's a mighty effort. Really well taken goal. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
There will be 1 minute.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, what a ball! And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incidents and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Raul, number 10.
So once again, we're underway.
Number 7.
Cannavaro cuts it out.
Iniesta. Substitution.
And it's Tonali. And he's away. Palmeiras different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Ribery looking for options for movement. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Maicon. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Ribery. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That is a brilliant interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Cruyff. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Substitutions taking place.
So here comes a substitution. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo.
And Cruyff! A real chance and a real let-off.
Cruyff probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Threads one in.
Palmeiras really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Hullet can be a real threat inside the box. Pass is just off target. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Palmeiras clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Tries to pass it through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? They're urging him to... Ribéry! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Palmeiras perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rijkaard. Can he get it through? Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's intervened well there. Hullet. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through. Tries to cross. Cannavaro clears. Roberto Carlos with the short one. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Roberto Carlos, Ribéry. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Palmeiras really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. And he scores! Back in business! Not much more than a formality.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
This is quite a battle.
Palmeiras really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Great ball if he can get there. So much time and space here. Thuram with the clearance. Ribéry. Ribéry going face-to-face with his great rival. And Messi! And he's heaved it away. Looking to play him in.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That is good strength. That's tidy. Messi! Brilliant save from Buffon! Ribery. It's a really well-measured ball. So what can they make of this? And he's managed to get free. And Messi! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
And that was nowhere near his best. Out for a throw. Messi played into the box. Rijkaard. And that's it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, this looks the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Okay.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Ribéry. That has ended up in no man's land. Maicon, Jim, one of the world's finest fullbacks.
Yeah, I'm always happy to praise a fullback, Peter, as you know, and this guy is class.
What's especially good about him?
Well, I'd say it's mainly down to his fantastic athleticism. They don't call him the Colossus for nothing. He's got immense strength, pace, physicality, and...
Goes for the shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Rijkaard. Now it's Raul. Ribéry gets into some space. And that is expertly dealt with. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, he's been caught napping. He might be in here. Can he finish? A real chance and a real let-off.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Looking for options for movement. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Yaya Toure cannot be beaten that easily. Oh, well measured. And he's searching through. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Hullet. So what can they make of this? And this is Raul. Raul! It's hit the upright. So it is still 0-0. Messi. Moved on forwards. He shifted it to the flank. Can he get it through? And he's managed to get free. And he's gone looking for safety. Marquinhos. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Yaya Toure. And no, that was never going to make it. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Yaya Toure proves too strong, too smart. That's a cute ball. Well read, nice interception.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
That has been cut short. Pass somewhat off target. Raul. Oh, good spread. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Knocks it into space. He's shifting through the gears here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Chance for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pings it. There's the header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Bullet proves too strong, and he's picked out the run. And Messi! Oh, nice, just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Marquinhos to Maldini. It's a pretty loose pass. Can he get on the end of this? And it's played in.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
As we hit half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 9. Bullet.
That gets things going for the second half.
Number 7.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change.
Can he finish?
Marine.
Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
I thought he did so well to exploit the space that was afforded to him, and deserved more.
Number 10. Pele. Substitution.
Bullet dominates aerially so often. Pele might just make this. Messi. And he will. Big chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Palmeiras do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Puskás can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Son Heung-min. Not the most accurate pass. Tries to pass it through. Oh, nicely intercepted. Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. Pinches it off him. That's a sharp pass.
Palmeiras have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And this is Cruyff. Cruyff with the cross. Defending of the desperate variety. Palmeiras needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Marquinhos promptly onto that, and that is that. Kvaratskhelia looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Puskás, and now the breakaway. That's been slipped through. He is through here. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here? In by Messi. Chance! Oh, that's neat. Played into the box. Punched away. Messi! Oh, they could be caught out here. Ball comes in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And reclaimed it in a trice. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Puskás. Aimed beyond. Shot, surely! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pele is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Maicon kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he was quick to react. And here's Cruyff. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cruyff. He's having a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism.
Shoots! It's in! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
And he can clear it away. That has not gone well. And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's Son Heung-min.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Bullet. Threads one in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
So here comes a substitution. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Couldn't squeeze it through.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Kvaratskhelia. Chance to deliver. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only...
E aí, B? O cara tá na live aqui. Esse cara dormiu, ele dormiu. Nossa, 10 horas. Esse aí. É 6, né? Marcar pra amanhã o vale alimentação. Dinheiro mesmo. Vamos ver, fica aí. Não sei nem pra onde começar com esse dinheiro aí. É, muita coisa. Mas não pagar o aluguel da moto tá de boa. O aluguel da moto é belo. E falta uma racinha aperreada. Ao seu vão, gente. Não vai ser pancada, né? Pode ser. Os 3 meses aí é aperreado. É massa. Vou ficar centrando logo e ver esse cartão aí. Vou ficar centrando.
Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix.
Isso que eu vou fazer.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Vamos zerar.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are... And he shoots! Goal!
Da Red
Inter!
Cape é o cano.
The ideal start!
É assim que a gente
That's
faz.
the
Vai lá,
purpose and
paga ele.
intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Udinese with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Roberto Carlos plays it short. Shot, surely! And he's there to belt it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And no, that was never going to make it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Good ball, good take. And the shot! It's loose. In he goes again. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Thuram certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Looking for options for movement. Plays a sharp little ball here. Distributed tidily. Played into space out wide. Batistuta. And that's a simple one for the keeper. That is ended up in no man's land. And he's quick to snatch it back. Threads one in. He's in plenty of space here. Look at the space here. So much time and space here. Cannavaro defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man.
Udinese are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Decent chance! Just off target.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Looking to play him in. Maicon gets into some space. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Udinese have their second corner now. Roberto Carlos goes short. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He's shifting through the gears here. Udinese have their third corner. Well, there's the clearance. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Batistuta. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Maicon, nicely aimed pass. Tries to play it through. That's very neat. Roberto Carlos. And there's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase. Oh, he's been caught napping. Thinks about the shot.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Bastoni makes the interception.
Thuram really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. It's Ribéry. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And reclaimed it in a trice. Now, can they get him away? Bastoni gets over and intercepts. Udinese have got it back and they'll have another go. Totti. And that has put paid to that. Looking for the run. Zanetti, can he get it through? Inter Milan have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Udinese are looking to go forward now. He's away! Batistuta couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it...
And Batistuta! Oh, super goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. The move... And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. He's through here. That is a crunching tackle. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, sweet feet. Ribery! Oh, what has happened here? Martinez. And that could set him on his way. And he's intervened well there. Now it's De Bruyne. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Aimed beyond the defence. Can he get on the end of this? Maicon got a long way forward to join the attack. And the finish! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Sostituzione per l'Udinese.
It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. Thinks one through. Now it's Thuram. Now it's De Bruyne. Fired deep towards... It's a mighty effort!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Zanetti. He's on it. Can he get away? Brilliantly cut out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Sostituzione per l'Udinese. Numero 11. Numero 23. Roberto
Zanetti. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And this is De Bruyne. Udinese do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Zanetti. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Udinese have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. And the counter is on.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
There's the shot! Goal! Inter!
Foi sólido
And
assistir esse
again
cara
they
foi.
hit the front. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure
Obrigado, agora é
and
assim, né?
class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Nada.
Inter Milan go into the lead. And it's Ribery. Cannavaro. Abbiati clears. De Bruyne. And he welcomes it in. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And he's there to retrieve it. Ribery. And he's managed to get free.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Now it's Martinez. And the shot's on here. Shoots! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Inter Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Totti. It's Totti! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just 1 down as opposed to 2.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So their 4th corner of the game. And it's going to be another one. They're up to 5 corners now. Pullet with the short one. And that's asking too much of Roberto Baggio! And that's a real chance missed. Oh, perfectly measured that. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Fratesi. Batistuta is flagged offside. That's really well cleared. Now it's Batistuta. The final 5 minutes. And that is as far as they're going to go. And he's in on goal. Oh, such a clever touch. Knocks it into space. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's going to go a long way. And they're quick to get it back. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Inter Milan making consecutive changes here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Pinches it off him. Morata. Now it's Fratesi. Great vision. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Fratesi has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this fella, Maignan, we all remember him, Peter.
It's Ibrahimovic! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. Well read, and the danger is averted. Nice-looking ball. No, that's been intercepted. Hernandez. And he cuts out the supply. Cannavaro. Here's Roberto Carlos. And it's Veron. Oh, that's fabulous. Hernandez. He's in plenty of space here. Look at the space here. Oh, important interception. Cannavaro. Veron. Now it's Batistuta.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Hernandez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Can he get on the end of this? Thuram. Pulisic. Pulisic! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Pulisic brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
That has ended up in no man's land. Ibrahimovic. And this is Totti. Plays a sharp little ball here. DiMarco goes long. Now it's Hullet. Wriggles his way through. Chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Van Basten tries to clear. That's a throw. Pulisic.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Modric. Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it...
Oh, what has happened here? Tries a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Thuram! Danger averted for now. And it's Silamakers. Now that's well seen too. Totti. Half an hour played now. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. Great vision. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Hullet. And this is Hullet. He's under a lot of pressure there. Milan have a free kick. Baresi. Roberto Carlos. Ibrahimovic. Schneider. That's good vision. Mignon can get it clear. Can he spark a counter here? That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's managed to get... Shot at goal! It's loose and it's come back out to him. And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Now it's Thuram. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Cafu.
Milan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Nice interception, well timed. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Maldini spots it and intercepts.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Great ball, and he's in here. Can he finish? We've got a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Breakneck speed brilliance.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time.
Attenzione, un cambio.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Veron, he's picked his way through. No, he's not getting past him there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Brilliantly cut out. Not the most accurate pass. Cannavaro. Oh, easy pickings there. Looking for the run. And this is Roberto Baggio. Milan come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And that could set him on his way. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Thuram constantly looking for the ball into the box. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Thuram. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Roberto Baggio. It's Baggio! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now.
Ibrahimovic! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Roberto Carlos goes short. Oh, this looks sharp. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Looking for options for movement. Milan can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. And this is Roberto Baggio. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Face to face with the keeper. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We
como
both
vocês
wish
não
you a
mesmo, não,
very
meu
good
amigo.
evening.
Signore e signori, vi ricordiamo che per la vostra sicurezza è in funzione un sistema di telecamere.
Legal. Não. Acabei de ganhar essa moeda aqui. Qual box que eu vou antes? Nessa daqui, nessa daqui. Ou nessa daqui? Essa daqui é 50 jogadores. Nessa aqui é 100. Aí tem mais, tem outro aqui, deixa eu ver. Aí.
A mesmo da de 50.
É, mas aquele Bebeto lá não gosto muito dele. Não. Aí tem essa daqui, ó. Que é 149, ó. Pega essa Citurrão aí, 110. Tem esse Pirro, 101 da Rádio Pobre. Né? Mas aqui tem muito jogador, não dá não.
Agora depois que ele tá com
Foi. É, passa manteiguinha. Então, essa aqui tem 50. Mas só tem
quando
esse.
esse bebê
O cara pega ele aí, tem que ser muito cagado mesmo.
Menos de 6, pai.
Que ele pega. Deu mais, né?
Vai no fim.
Não, eu não peguei ele. Aqui é 99. Então aquele 102 lá pega quanto? Né?
Ó.
Tem que é 102 ali, um negão ali da. Aqui, ó.
Vou lá quando que
O
eu...
Van Dijk aqui pega quanto, Van Dijk?
Vou lá quando que é o bicho lá, o que eu levaram no fim.
Levado no meu time é 106.
Não, quem tava...
100 aí, ó. Com 2 ímpetos, né?
Então, aquele lá pega 105. É menos uma beira.
Sei qual box que eu vou subir nessa.
Você vê um pistola, mas não é do time.
Vamos ver até onde. Acho que eu vou nessa, né? Que é a outra aqui, ó. Bebeto. Que é a outra que tem. Essa aqui. Aqui são 200 chapas, é doido, é? Quem já pega essa porra aí? Aí a outra daqui, ó. Deixa eu ver nela. Nada a ver naquela do Van Dijk mesmo. Isso naquela na outra. Deixa eu pegar na outra. Vanela não, Vanela não. Eu posso pegar o salário repetido.
Você tem um salário.
Tem um salário eu.
Tem
Não é o mesmo não. Não é isso não. Aqui eu tenho esse negão já.
Oi. Tá.
Só que essa aqui.
Só que eu pensando que eu vou descer isso.
Precisaram pegar qualquer um aqui. Ó, tem que ir esse daqui mesmo.
Quando meu time é ruimzinho, ó. Meu
Esse
time
negão aqui mesmo que eu.
quando era tudo 80.
Esse cara aqui.
Não é tipo rapidinho. Estou. Por que é retrasado, pai?
Já tem tudo dele aí. Se botar no meio ficava. Sendo da hora o cara usando.
Não se engana.
Eu tô vendo o que o cara vai fazer.
Oxe, vamos ver.
Agora eu fiquei fazendo mais. 20. Deixa eu jogar mais um aqui só pra. Eu tô malando nos dribles aí, ó, bicho. Terceiro aqui.
Tu sabe o que é mesmo?
Meme? Quê?
Mesmo. O pai sabe o que é mesmo?
Não sei não.
Uma coisa que deixa aqui bastante coisado.
O quê?
Não, tô aqui, ó.
O nome disso é suporte.
Ah, é mesmo?
Que é da Mônaco, vendido por várias marcas. BMX.
O que é que o povo fala que é mesmo?
Não sei quem é esse povo que fala.
Todo mundo.
Pois eu sempre conheci o Subaru. Fica no garfo, no lugar do garro.
Eu tô vendo muito ali.
Comprou não, botou no carrinho. Esse cabo aí, Fortaleza. É da Mônaco. Esse monte de aprontar aqui nesse time. O cara que isso é bom não. Ixi, aí. É bom usar assim. É meio assim. Por isso eu tô usando agora, testando isso. Oziane.
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Oziane. Aí ele
The
Tabajara
stage
pra
is
mim.
set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice,
William,
and
that's
there's a
it.
real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
And he's got the beating of his man. Bellingham. And that is out of play. Oh, good steal. He just read it. And it's Ribéry. He's had it taken off him. Hernus. Passing is crisp and sharp. Maicon calmly anticipates. Marquinhos. Cannavaro makes the interception. Roberto Carlos. And here's Iniesta. Now who's going to be first to this? Bellingham, out towards the flank. Roberto Carlos. Well, that has not gone well. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
É uma empresa com muitas lojas dentro. Se fosse no mercado, comprasse tudo. Vai ser assim.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he welcomes it in. He has found the way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hullet.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rijkaard producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Hernes, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Threads one in. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Lovely feet. And he's really put himself on the line here. Palmeiras with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's an imaginative pass. Batistuta. Ribery. Koundé gets across to intercept that. Oh, can he get onto this? That is good alertness. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And the shot! Oh, it rattles the bar! Marquinhos clears it away. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Back into the middle. Ribery. Nicely weighted ball. He can run onto that. And this is Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That has been cut short. Tries to pass it through. Hangs one in. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
That has been slung wide. Iniesta. Lovely bit of skill. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Hernes. And it's half-time here. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Substituição.
That gets things going for the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. This looks promising. Cafu, and it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good ball, that too.
It's a throw-in. And it's Iniesta. Pinches it off him. That's a throw.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Totti picks it up out wide. Palmeiras come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Roberto Carlos delivers.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Cafu played it again. And they've got rid. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking for the run. He has a look up. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's looking wide. Tries to play it through.
This is the time you need that pace.
Knocks it into space. Maicon, Totti. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now, can they get it? Great chance! Oh, taken with style! The breakthrough strike! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Ronaldo. It is a corner, good chance. Corner number 2 then.
Palmeiras really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Son Heung-min. Rummenigge. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Furness. And it's Maicon. Maicon charging forward down that flank. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Palmeiras are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Short changes him with that pass. He's found a way past. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Schmeichel claims comfortably. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a really well-measured ball. An instinctive delivery. Roberto Carlos delivered. He gets big.
Porra, Guti,
It's
valeu.
in. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
Passe desse.
A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Well, you've always got that threat when he's around. Great movement, and what a great header.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That pass isn't the best. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? Taken back almost at once. O'Shea. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Just eases him off the ball. Ibrahimovic shapes to shoot!
Se lascar. Ele
Yes!
puxa até. Tá lutando com o cara, moço.
The roof. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
And there goes the final whistle. Palmeiras can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end.
Não dá pra jogar com o time reserva mesmo, não. Não dá mesmo. Tem que botar o time principal mesmo, se quiser ganhar alguma coisa. Dei a porra do Roberto Carlos. E aí, B? Você tá pensando em fazer a outra? E aí? Trocou certo pelo duvidoso. Ela precisa agora vir o bobo. E rapaz, nem usei o Messi na partida. Pouco de burro. Está achando feito de palhaça. Que vidinha mais sem graça. Deu buitizão. Que deu buitizão. Deu Frank Ribeiro. Dribles. Tá faltando um cara aqui, é o Ronaldinho. O bruxo. Vou caçar aqui, bruxo. Vai falar desse cara aqui. Esse cara aqui é muito ruim. Vem pra cá. Vem pra cá. Agora sim, filho. Agora a seleção principal está no jeito. aí. 3 mais, não. Esse aí. Isso mesmo, eu vou dar uma pra cá esse A. Tá. Acho que tá bom. Instrução individual. Defesa recuada. Quem é esse bicho aqui? Pivô de contra-ataque lá. Quem vai estar é o atacante lá. Belezão, isso aí. Fez a recuada, quem vai recuar vai ser o Cafu. Não tem Cafu, então tem que ser quem vai ajudar na marcação. Vai ser o Barros. Isso aí, pirro de contra-ataque, eu vou botar no BS. Isso aí. Desviado defensivo. Vertical. Ofensivo. Ronaldinho. Agora não vai sair daqui da zaga nem pra porra. Esse cara aqui. Aqui é tudo baixinho, pô. Como é que ataca? Só na partida. Capitão que é esse Schumacher. Schumacher mesmo. Cobrador de falta longa vai ser Roberto Carlos. Seu falta curta, quem vai bater minhas faltas curtas vai ser o pênalti. Aqui esse é o 10. Nossa, esse Patrick. Pronto. O time tá bom, meu amigo. Puxar a última do dia. Pessoal, deixa o like na live aí, vocês estão assistindo. Por gentileza. Que fitinha mais sem graça. Você está aqui jogar. Vamos jogar de pra fora de ver. Quase todo mundo setado. Quem mais setado aqui? Vixe, o time de cabelo embaçado. Bora lá, o que vai dar aqui? Se o cara não tiver com a assistência ligada, o jogo é bom. Se tiver,
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Roberto Baggio. With 200 games under his belt now, the standout name from both lineups. Don't you reckon, Jim?
Yeah, he's the mainstay in this team, Peter, and his value can never be underestimated. One of the first names on the team sheet, a priceless asset.
And here's Hullet. Neymar running with the ball. Brilliantly cut out. Hullet. Messi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. It's a promised chance! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Terrific header. He met that with aplomb.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Ronaldinho. Showing great feet there. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Roberto Baggio. Ronaldinho takes control of it, and he's on the move. Ronaldinho. He's a sharp little ball here. Ronaldinho unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Hullet. Cannavaro pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And that's definitely not his best. It's a pretty loose pass. Ball quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Neymar. Ronaldinho, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Now that looks a decent ball. Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact...
Takes a shot! They've scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Cruzeiro are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And it's Zico. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's through, it's Ronaldinho! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Van Bronckhorst is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Pepe. And it's Zanetti. Zico. And Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Pelé. Pepe calmly anticipates. Van Bronckhorst. That's a good run down the left. Pelé. And he's found a way past. And a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cruzeiro with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Right card! And now a sudden chance to counter. Zanetti eases the ball away from him. He's picked his way through into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He is through here. Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. Cruzeiro have their second corner now. He's had a shot! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Played back in. Aimed beyond the defence. Pelé. Roberto Carlos gets it away. And it's Rijkaard. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? Zanetti. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Palmeiras present their opponents with the best possible chance here. So this to extend their lead. And he's missed altogether. And the half-time whistle goes. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Palmeiras certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Bora de assistência, bora pro jogo de assistência. Caiu agora, só falta isso. Usar assistência que se lasca, assistência inteligente. Falou, galera, pro Chico.